So this is going to be a nice little video for you lot out there, because you all like the R1280Ts by Edifier. They're a really good speaker. I've done them about 2-3 years ago. Link in the description down below if you want to check that video out. Now we've got the R1280DBs. Now this is with Bluetooth, and not just normal Bluetooth, with Bluetooth 4.2, and it's pretty awesome. And you've also got two other connections, which is coaxial and optical as well, that's added to the equation on these speakers. They look sort of the same, but these are all in black. Same driver, 4-inch bass speaker, 13mm tweeter, and you've got a push-in volume knob which changes the correction of Bluetooth or any other like auxiliary PC or any functions for the phone or an RCA connectors. You are included in this one here. You are included with remote control, so you've got a power button, a mute button, low volume and high volume, a line 1, a line 2, optical button, a coaxial button, a Bluetooth button, a play and pause button, a skip back and a skip forward, all in this little remote control. Obviously the old school one is old school, isn't it? So all you had was a mute plus volume up and volume down. That was it. Both use a 2025 CR battery in there as well, so you get around 2 years or 1.5 years of using. You also get speaker cable as well, which is this, and you can buy it from your local hi-fi store. I'm in England, so it's kind of like Radio Hi-Fi or Richer Sounds for that sort of stuff, or PC World, I don't know. Maybe that's got that in there as well. But these are coated with some sort of solder on the top, stop it from flaring about with the copper wire that's in there. The copper wire is obviously to make it more of a cleaner sound, and yeah, these are on these speakers as well. The price is not too bad as well. I think these are around £80, and these are about 117, or it might be £90 and 117. Links in the description down below anyway, where you can purchase all these speakers anyway. If you want to go old school because you want the old school look, or go new school if you want to go for the new school look. But anyway, with these speakers you get that cable wire, you get the remote control, the speakers, the RC cables, or phonos, RC to RC, RC to RCA to RCA, or phonos to phonos, and they're about 1 meter long. And you also get a RCA to 3.5mm jack you can plug into your phone. If you can't, if you are old school and you've got an old school phone that's got a 3.5mm jack, or a MacBook or MacBook Air, or I think that's got a 3.5mm jack, or anything that's got a 3.5mm jack with a DAC that can play music, that will connect to your speakers, that's no problem. These are the more improved versions. So this has got the coaxial connect to the optical out, and also it's got Bluetooth 4.2. So that means 4.2 you can go further away rather than shorter distances, and you can have much better clarity of sound. Now these are the same sound wattage in RMS, but we're going to test them out so you can hear it for yourself. But with these come with exactly the same thing. So these come with RCA cables, same length, about 1.5 meters, or phono to phono. It comes with a coaxial cable, an optical cable in a box, and you get your speaker cable, which is exactly the same as well. It's a little bit cleaner. One colour is a little bit lighter, one colour is a little bit darker, but plus and minus. And it's long enough to be put on the shelf, because they're bookshelf speakers, or put in the kitchen. It depends on what you want to use it for, but it's kind of like a fake wood. It's not like real wood, but the actual weight of these speakers is like 5 kilos, so it is well put together. On the side of the speaker you do have a treble button, and then you have a bass button, no sorry, not a treble button, a treble knob and a treble bass, and a volume control as well. And pushing it in gives you different indicators. So red is optical and coaxial, blue is Bluetooth, and green is line 1 and line 2. So if you press it once you don't hear any sound, press it again, you will hear sound. Obviously turn the volume down. Other than that, let's get on with the testing. I'm going to test it through some random music, and test it for bass and the different highs of signature sounds. But what I do know is on the back of here, the output for auxiliary is higher than what it is for PC, and on here Bluetooth and optical is higher in power frequency to give more power to the drivers of the speakers, and in more clarity is better on Bluetooth and optical. Anything else is kind of okay, but it goes in different decibels, so it produces the highest amount of decibels, and it does correct the sound. So if it gets too bassy, the bass would actually kick in and then start to lower down a little bit, so it balances it out with the mids and the highs. But obviously on the front as well, the covers do come off, and you've got a bass 4-inch speaker there, bass hole as well, and then there's where the receiver is, so to aim the remote control at, and it's all on these because these are powered speakers and these are powered speakers as well, and this is where your tweeter is as well. I think it looks really nice, and it's got the little Edifier logo there, but it's not about always looking nice, it's always about the sound, signature and the performance. So we'll start off with the old school versus the new school, and let's get on with it. Right, so before I start with the sound test and the demonstration, note that the bass and the treble on both speakers are going to be up the maximum and the volume is going to be up the maximum. We're checking for distortion, or how much distortion that we can get out of these, as well as the clarity of sound. Now the microphone is pushed up to 10 decibels, but it is, I think, probably about 3 meters away. So the microphone over there is 3 meters away. And then we've got a little one around here, which is obviously just a straight microphone on another camera. But here we go. Right, now I'm going to test it on this one by unplugging the 3.5mm jack from that one, and I'm going to plug this one in, which is on the floor. So mind the noise. Let's see if I can do it really quickly. There we go, it's in there. Now I'm just going to move these speakers to the side, and then I'm going to put these ones there in the same sort of spot. I'm in line 1 on these speakers, so this is the lowest sort of volume that I should get. Now to make it a bit more even, I'm going to put the front back on, and then let's go. Right, same track again. What I'm going to do is put it into, I'm going to go to line 2, because now we're going to start to increase in a little bit more volume. As you can tell, these are probably louder than what these are, but as soon as the bass kicks in, it lowers the frequency down dramatically and kind of balances it out to stop it from distorting. But you can still hear there's a slightly too much of an over-exaggerated vibration, which means that the bass of the speaker sounds like it's definitely working too hard and definitely starting to distort a little bit. But let's try this one anyway. So I've got to turn the volume down a little bit, plug it into line 2. And this is using an S7 mobile here. I did use a Galaxy Note 4. From when I tested these speakers last, like a couple of years ago, it did sound quite loud back then, but it seems like I've heard so many speakers and I'm looking for a quality sound from the bass signature to the mids to the highs. When it comes to drums, it comes to old school music, to new school music, to records, all that sort of stuff is all come into play, that I find that these speakers are still louder, but they slightly distort more than what these are. But you make your decisions for yourself. So same track again. This is just playing off a YouTube video, so if you're playing off of Spotify, it's definitely going to sound more clearer and louder, but I haven't got the time of day to go through about 2 million different bits of artists, of music, like, so you could be listening to on this channel. It'll sound much better in person rather than me playing it through microphones. It's just to give you a quick demonstration of what's kind of louder, what's distorting, and what you can make out in this video. So here we go, so line 2 on this one. Turn it up. So that is in line 2, so it's slightly a little bit more of a better signature, but it still does the same thing where it balances out with the bass. So now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to put it for optical, so optical obviously you need to connect to computer, laptop. More something with a better DAC in the system is going to sound much better than what I'm playing for a 3.5mm jack through RCAs and the back of the speaker. This is kind of the lowest end that I'm going with, other than I'm going to be playing it through 4.2 Bluetooth to give you a quick symbol of what I'm listening to. So now I'm going to connect this to Bluetooth and let's have a listen to it now. Right, so now I've got it connected to Bluetooth. Make sure that you haven't got your other devices connected, it won't connect. And all I need to do is pair it, and then I'm going to go back to the same track. So there we go, it's connected. There we go. Full volume again. So that is with Bluetooth 4.2. It still does the same thing with the speaker, with the bass, and it lowers it down because it's a little bit too much for it, but it's not pushing it, so it distorts it to the maximum like normal speakers would. But it does a good job of it. It does a good job of what it's doing to make sure that you get the best sound clarity as you can. Right, now I'm going to connect to this one with a 3.5mm jack because there's no Bluetooth in that speaker. So if you're into the modern day speaker and you want everything, go with this one. If not, go with that one. But before you do that, let's check the difference in sound. Put the speakers back in the same spot. Turn these Bluetooth off. Maximum volume. So what do you think? Do you think that these are the winners still and holds the reign and the king of everything, or do you think these ones are the king of everything and all that sort of stuff? Well, to be honest with you, from my personal opinion, I think these are okay, but it depends on the type of music you're going to listen to. Type of music is going to be bass heavy, like techno, house music, where you've got the bass and the beat together, rock, reggae, bashment, all that sort of stuff. These speakers are going to be like bassy without anything else, and then as soon as everything comes together, it's going to start to clash and not sound as great. These, you didn't even hear them, the bass just carried on exactly the same, the beats carried on exactly the same, and the highs carried on exactly the same. So, in my opinion, I think these are still the better speaker for an all-rounder. These ones are probably better if you turn the volume and the bass down, but this has got Bluetooth and coaxial as well. You can do more with these speakers than what you can with these ones. These are older but cheaper, and these ones are more expensive but newer. So which one do you go for? It's no good looking at me on this one because I'm not going to keep my opinion to myself. I've just given you a recommendation on both speakers. I think they're both great speakers. They're great for the price. This one looks nice as well. This one looks kind of like, if you've got wood shelves or whatever, it's going to look good with, as long as you've got a bit of silver on the back of the wall. You can put in 2 devices on this one, but you can plug in, like, you can have 4 devices on this one, and it's only slightly a little bit more money, and you get the same amount of cables, and you get more in the remote control. Anyway, if you like this video, thumbs up, leave a like, subscribe and all that sort of stuff. Comment down below, I will get back to you. If you speak to me about like what speakers you recommend and all that, I will and then you tell me kind of what you want it for the home, I'll give you the recommendation of which ones to go for. Simple as that. Everyone keeps doing that to me, so I'll just do that for you. I'll do that for a month, and then after that you're on your own. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one.